Let's talk about the Dethatcher cartridge for the Stirling mower. And as you can see, this is now a much more aggressive blade. It's the most aggressive cartridge that we have in the range. A hook-shaped blade, which means it grabs the material out of the slot that it's cutting and really throws it to the back of the grass box. The blades are much wider spacing, and with that we are able to go into the ground more deeply. If the blades are spaced close together, it will tend to lift out all of the turf. So by going to a wider spacing, it allows us to go deeper and to be more aggressive. That doesn't mean that you can't use this in multiple different directions to go really deep, but this now is not part of our little and often. This is a part of our let's be really aggressive in springtime when the grass is all just waking up and we want to try and get the drainage going after a winter, or in the autumn time to prepare it for winter at the end of the season. So we're cutting a deeper slot at 14 millimeters deep. We're really emptying out the slot as well because of the hook-shaped blade. And the combination of those things means that we really start to get into the thatch layer. We start to let the water be able to get through the thatch, which is what we want for better drainage, and not leave our lawns all wet and squishy with the thatch over the winter time, to give our lawns the best possible chance of looking good during the winter time. It's also great for overseeding, again, because of the more aggressive slot. The slot is actually wider and more open, but because of the spacing, you will need to do multiple passes in different directions. And a diamond pattern is actually the most popular because it gives the best possible coverage of slots before we then broadcast our seed. So let's take a look at this in action in the machine. So if we now look at the material that's coming out of the Dethatcher, you can see this is a real plant remover, really giving space for new plants to come in there. And there's also soil in here as well, just by virtue of the depth that we're working at. And the slots now are really impressively deep, right into the thatch layer, allowing us to get air into that thatch layer to start to get it breaking down. And also, of course, we've removed thatch and moss and got that into the grass box to get it away from the lawn itself. So this will really be cutting now, not just into the stolons of the grasses that grow on the surface, but also starting to get into the rhizomes, which are growing under the surface. And out of those, that just encourages new growth as well, to be able to get the plants growing. And you'll see new fresh plant populations come out of these slots in the future, especially if it remains warm, it's irrigated, or we've got good rainfall, and of course the all-important nutrients that we need as well for the plant to thrive.